Tonight at 5, stuck in the mountains.
So we're basically trapped.
Another day, another mudslide damaging our roads. Another closure impacting people who need to get across our state.
It would help if somebody would tell us what they're doing to rescue us.
Tonight, we're bringing you an in-depth look at the monsoonal moisture causing flash flood emergencies.
Plus, next school year's COVID rules begin to come into focus.
And Colorado mourns the passing of a political giant. 108 people got stuck on the highway as a result of flash flooding and mudslides last week. Authorities say some people waited it out in their cars, others got a little creative.
Yeah, one man jumped into a CDOT forklift and started clearing the debris himself until the check engine light came on. Good evening, and thanks for joining us for Denver7 News at 5. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. I-70 is now closed for almost 50 miles from West Rifle to Dotsero. CDOT's calling this an all-hands-on-deck response, and they don't know when the road's going to reopen.
So let's give you some context of the sheer force of these mudslides. CDOT leaders said this afternoon that there were at least 10 mudslides through Glenwood Canyon. Some were 10 to 12 feet deep, 20 to 150 feet wide. One was so powerful that it broke through a retaining wall on I-70.
A Coloradan spoke to CDOT leadership directly about their concerns today. And one man says he lives near I-70 and wanted to know if these frequent closures are a sort of new normal. The executive director of CDOT says it's more of a rough patch because of last year's wildfires.
You know, the vegetation that can grow in the period of a few months is not as strong as the trees that burned down, you know, over the course of last year. There are some very big natural forces at play here that are, you know, just create sort of fundamental challenges that, some of which can be accelerated and some of which nature heals over time.
And Chief Meteorologist Mike Nelson is joining us now with a look at the current conditions. Mike?
The next 72 hours are going to be pretty rough across Colorado, Ann and Shannon. We have the potential for 3 to 4 inches of rain in some of the areas of central Colorado into the foothills, and it's all being driven by monsoon flow from the southwest and a cold front moving in from the north. That's going to meet right on top of us over the course of the weekend. We've had some severe thunderstorm activity to the north of the Denver area, just to the north and to the west of Greeley. All of these areas in red on the east troublesome burn scar, the Cameron Peak burn scar, flash flood warnings due to slow-moving heavy thunderstorms. We have a flash flood watch that includes the I-25 corridor through tomorrow. Farther to the west, we're watching carefully near the Grizzly Creek burn scar again, and we have further activity that's down to the south and to the west on the Williams Fork burn scar, the Sylvan Fire burn scar. These scars are going to be a real problem throughout the weekend, including southwestern Colorado. But just now, starting to see these storms blossom north of Denver. They're going to move southward and develop over the Denver metro area with locally heavy rain, and that begins now through about 7 o'clock tonight. So our headlines are heavy rain for the weekend, mountain flooding likely, road closures a very good bet, and heavy rains also along the I-25 corridor.
Let's get back to I-70 now, and Denver7's Patrick Perez is surveying the damaging Glenwood Canyon tonight.
So what are you hearing for the folks out there, Patrick?
And Shannon, this has been such a nightmare of a day for so many people. We actually just arrived here at this recreation center here in Glenwood Springs about 20 minutes ago. It took us 5 hours from Denver to arrive here. And the Red Cross had set up shelter here for anybody who may have been stuck overnight because of these mudslides, but I've been told now that it is shutting down because it is not currently needed, but it may be needed at some point within these next few days. I do want to take you now to some more video from Air Tracker 7 showing some of these mudslides. I spoke with a man over the phone who says he was driving back east to Wisconsin last night when these mudslides happened. So he and others, they had to take shelter in a tunnel. They were stuck there for about 12 hours until this morning when they got on a rescue bus to get back to Glenwood Springs safely. Their car, by the way, is still inside of that tunnel. They were hanging out here at the recreation center for most of the day, and they just recently got some vouchers to stay at a hotel here overnight. And we are hoping to speak with them and his family on camera within the next hour or so. The Red Cross does tell me that this shelter, it is of course shutting down, but it is on standby mode because we do know that we are getting more rain within these next few days, so they are ready to open it whenever they need to. For now, that is the latest here in Glenwood Springs. I'm Patrick Perez, Denver7.
12 hours. All right, Patrick, thanks. So we've been talking about the area around the Grizzly Creek burn scar. The Cameron Peak burn scar in Laramie County is also under a flash flood warning at this hour, and a large portion of I-14 is closed. Now, this is the same area where we saw the deadly mudslides earlier this month. 4 people were killed or remain missing as a result of that. All 4 reportedly were on vacation at a cabin in Black Hollow.
And on weather action days like this one, make sure to download Denver7 Plus for your Roku or Amazon Fire. We keep our weather feed streaming 24/7 so that you are getting the most up-to-date information.
All right, breaking news this afternoon. Jeffco Public Schools now becomes the first district in the state to announce a mask mandate for children under the age of 12.
Yeah, that age group is not eligible for the vaccine. So for unvaccinated kids between the ages of 12 and 17, masks are not required. They are strongly recommended. Unvaccinated teachers and staff members are required to wear a mask. For vaccinated teachers, masks are only a recommendation.
And these new guidelines are in part a reaction to the Delta variant, which almost, is a quote, almost acts like a different virus, according to an internal CDC report obtained by ABC News. The CDC says Delta is as contagious as chickenpox, more transmissible than the common cold, and that some vaccinated people may spread it as easily as unvaccinated.
While this variant may be extremely transmissible and probably more deadly, the vaccines are still working really, really well.
The new data led to tighter restrictions on federal workers yesterday, so employees now must be vaccinated or get weekly COVID tests. Private companies, including Facebook and Google, have implemented similar rules in their offices.
Colorado has seen an increase in vaccinations since the state started offering a $100 Walmart gift card to people who get the shot. And now they're running out of cards. State leaders said today that they gave away 45% of their gift cards during the first week of the program. Clinics that offered the incentive saw a 39% increase in vaccinations. The state says even when these gift cards run out, they will launch another program to get people vaccinated.
Police say a Greeley couple left their 5 children alone in a hotel room for several days. Brooke and Victor Benavente are facing child abuse charges. The children's ages are 16, 14, 10, 7, and 4. They're all fine. Police say Victor had been out of jail for less than a week before this arrest.
3-term Colorado Governor Dick Lamb passed away last night. He would have been 86 next week. And his wife Dottie says he had complications from a pulmonary embolism. Tonight, a look back at the life of a man who helped mold our state.
Dick Lamb was already a major political presence when he became Colorado's governor in 1975. He started making waves as a state legislator in the 60s when he helped pass the nation's first liberalized abortion law and led the charge to move the 1976 Olympics out of Colorado after they were awarded to our state.
I'm very skeptical that the International Olympic Committee would come back to Colorado when we slammed the door in their face.
Born in Wisconsin, Lamb fell in love with Colorado's outdoors during a brief stint in the Army.
I came to Colorado Station here in the Army at Fort Carson. You know, you come to Denver, you could see. The air was so pure. It was like little things of dynamite.
And 30 years after leaving the governor's office, he told me he wished more had been done to protect the state he loved.
I think that Colorado has not taken enough initiative with its various growth issues, and we're slowly becoming a Los Angeles of the Rockies, and I mourn that.
Known for always having an opinion, he stirred up controversy in the 80s when he told the terminally ill they had a duty to die.
My aging body can prevent your kids from going to college.
And he angered Colorado's communities of color with his views on tighter immigration.
I'm in favor of making it illegal to hire an illegal alien.
After 12 years as governor, Lamb left the political spotlight and got into teaching, serving as co-director of the Center for Public Policy and Contemporary Issues at the University of Denver.
Well, I'll go any place to talk about my message of hard choices, but it's not going to be talking about Dick Lamb for president.
But he would soon go back on that word. After an unsuccessful run for the U.S. Senate in 1992, Lamb entered the presidential race as a Reform Party candidate in 1996.
Neither the Republicans nor the Democrats want to deal with our most pressing issues. They have hit the snooze alarm, and they've gone back to sleep.
While he ultimately lost the nomination, Lamb later said he was proud of what he was able to achieve during his political career.